Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. We love to explore different tools and techniques for self-improvement.
Absolutely. And today we're diving into something that a lot of our listeners have been curious about.
Yeah, we keep hearing from people who are really interested in journaling, but they want to go beyond the basics.
Exactly. They're looking for specific strategies and tools that can really help them maximize their self improvement journey.
And you know what? I think we found something pretty special.
I think so too.
We're talking about Lestallion journals. Have you heard of these?
Oh, yeah. Lestallion, they're known for their incredible quality and design.
Seriously, those thick, smooth pages, that soft faux leather cover.
It's like they understand that the experience of journaling should be enjoyable.
Right. It's
Yes.
not just about scribbling down your thoughts. It's about creating a space where you feel inspired to connect with yourself.
Exactly. And that's what I think sets Lestallion apart. They've really thought about how the journal itself can contribute to the self-improvement process.
Okay, so for our listeners who are new to Lestallion, can you give us a quick rundown of what makes these journals so special?
Well, first of all, the quality is exceptional. They use this thick 120 GSM paper.
Oh yeah, it's amazing to write on.
It is. It's so smooth, the ink just glides across it, and it's wood-free, ivory-colored paper, so it's really easy on the eyes.
Plus, it doesn't bleed through, which is a huge bonus for fountain pen users out there.
Absolutely. And then there's the attention to detail. The binding is really sturdy. The covers are soft and supple. They even have a built-in back pocket.
I love that back pocket.
It's so
I
handy.
use it for everything. Little notes, inspirational quotes, photos that inspire me.
And it's those little details that really make the Lestallion experience so special.
Okay, so we've got the aesthetics down, but how do those features actually translate into benefits for self-improvement?
That's a great question. And you know what? I think one of the key benefits here is organization.
Organization. Yeah, how does a journal help with that?
Well, think about it. When you're using a journal for self-improvement, you're not just jotting down random thoughts.
Right, you're tracking your progress, setting goals, reflecting on your experiences.
Exactly. And having a well-organized journal can make all the difference.
And that's where Lestallion really shines.
Absolutely. Those numbered pages, the table of contents, the back pocket, they all work together to help you create a system that works for you.
Okay, so let's break it down. How do those specific features help with organization?
The numbered pages are great for creating a sense of continuity.
Okay.
You can easily track your entries over time, see how your thoughts and feelings have evolved.
I can see that and the table of contents,
That's essential for creating a roadmap for your journal. You can create different sections for different areas of your life.
like goals, relationship,
Yeah.
personal growth.
Exactly, and you can easily refer back to specific entries whenever you need them.
No more flipping through endless pages trying to find that one thought you had weeks ago.
Exactly, and then there's the back pocket.
Ah, my favorite.
I know, right? It's like a little treasure chest for all those things that inspire you.
I actually keep a little card in mind with a quote from Eleanor Roosevelt that says, "Do one thing every day that scares you."
I love that it's a great reminder to step outside your comfort zone.
And that's what self-improvement is all about, right? Pushing ourselves to grow and evolve.
Absolutely, and having a journal that supports that journey can make all the difference.
I've been using the Lestallion journal for a while now, and I have to say, it has made a real difference in my self-improvement journey.
Oh, really? How so?
Well, for one thing, it's just so much more enjoyable to write in the quality of the paper, the feel of the cover.
It makes the whole experience more inviting.
Exactly, and that makes me more likely to stick with it.
Yeah,
I used to have all these notebooks lying around half filled with random scribbles.
I've been there.
But with the Lestallion, I actually look forward to journaling. It's become a ritual, a time for me to connect with myself and reflect on my day.
That's fantastic.
And it's not just about the aesthetics either. The organization features have really helped me to stay focused and track my progress.
I can see how that would be helpful.
Yeah, like for example, I'm currently working on a big project at work, and I'm using my Lestallion to track my progress, brainstorm ideas, and, just kind of work through any challenges that come up.
That's a great way to use it. And are you finding it helpful?
Oh, absolutely. It's like having a personal coach and accountability partner all rolled into one.
I love that analogy. It really captures the essence of what a good self-improvement journal can be.
Yeah, it's a space where you can be completely honest with yourself, explore your thoughts and feelings, and work towards becoming the best version of yourself.
And the Lestallion, with its beautiful design and thoughtful features, really enhances that experience.
Okay, so we've established that Lestallion journals are beautiful and well designed.
We have.
But let's dive a little deeper into the nitty-gritty of how these journals can be used for self-improvement.
Mhm.
What are some specific techniques or strategies that our listeners can use?
You got it. I'm happy to share some tips. And you know what? One of the most powerful techniques I always recommend is using prompts.
Prompts. Okay, I've heard of those, but how do they work exactly?
So prompts are basically thought starters, questions or statements that encourage you to reflect on specific aspects of your life.
Like what kind of things?
Oh, it could be anything from what are you grateful for today to what is one thing you want to achieve this week to what are some limiting beliefs that are holding you back.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this could be helpful.
And the great thing about prompts is that they can really help you to unlock insights that you might not have discovered otherwise.
It's like they give you a starting point for self-reflection.
Exactly. And the Lestallion journal is perfect for working with prompts.
Oh, how so?
Well, first of all, you've got those numbered pages, so you can easily keep track of your responses to different prompts over time.
Makes sense.
And then there's the table of contents. You can create a dedicated section for your prompts, making them easy to find and refer back to.
Okay, that's super helpful. And what about the back pocket? How does that come into play?
The back pocket is great for storing any prompts that really resonate with you. You know, those ones that you want to revisit again and again.
Oh, I like that idea. It's like creating your own personal collection of self-improvement tools.
Exactly. And you can even use the back pocket to store other things that inspire you, like quotes, affirmations, photos, anything that helps you to stay motivated on your self-improvement journey.
I have a friend who uses her Lestallion back pocket to collect what she calls soul sparks.
Soul sparks. I love that. What are those?
She says they're little pieces of paper with words or phrases that uplift her or remind her of her values, like little nuggets of wisdom that she can pull out whenever she needs a boost.
That's a beautiful practice. It's a great example of how you can personalize your Lestallion journal to make it your own.
Okay, so we've got prompts, we've got soul sparks. What other techniques can we use with the Lestallion journal for self-improvement?
Well, another powerful technique is called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT.
CBT, okay, I've heard of that, but I'm not really sure how it works.
In a nutshell, CBT is a type of therapy that focuses on identifying and changing negative thought patterns. So let's say you're struggling with self-doubt. CBT would help you to first identify those negative thoughts, then challenge them by looking for evidence that contradicts them, and finally replace them with more positive and realistic thoughts.
Interesting. So how does a Lestallion journal come into play here?
The Lestallion journal can be an incredibly valuable tool for practicing CBT techniques.
Really? How so?
Well, the numbered pages and table of contents are crucial for organization. You can create a dedicated section for your CBT work, making it easy to track your progress and refer back to past entries.
I see. And what about the back pocket?
The back pocket is perfect for storing positive affirmations or inspirational quotes that reinforce your new, healthier thought patterns. You know, little reminders to help you stay on track.
That makes a lot of sense. So it's like creating a personalized CBT workbook.
Exactly. And the Lestallion, with its beautiful design and high-quality materials, makes the whole experience more enjoyable and engaging.
Which can make a big difference when you're working on something as challenging as changing your thought patterns.
Absolutely. And you know what's fascinating about CBT is that it's not just some feel-good practice. There's actual science backing it up.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
Research has shown that CBT can be effective in treating a wide range of mental health conditions, from anxiety and depression to insomnia and even chronic pain.
Wow, that's amazing. So by using a Lestallion journal for CDT, we're not just engaging in some random self-help technique. We're actually applying evidence-based practices.
Exactly, and that's what I love about Lestallion journals. They provide a framework for incorporating these evidence-based practices into our daily lives.
So it's like we're taking the power of therapy and putting it into our own hands.
In a way, yes, of course, it's important to remember that journaling is not a replacement for professional therapy.
Right.
But it can be a valuable complement to therapy and a powerful tool for self-improvement in its own right.
Absolutely, and I think that's an important distinction to make. We're not suggesting that people should ditch their therapists and just start journaling.
No, not at all. But we are saying that journaling, particularly with a thoughtfully designed journal like the Lestallion, can be an incredibly effective tool for personal growth and well-being.
And it's accessible to everyone.
Exactly. You don't need a therapist's couch or a fancy retreat to start journaling. All you need is a pen, a journal, and a willingness to explore your inner world.
And a Lestallion journal can make that exploration so much more enjoyable and rewarding.
I couldn't agree more.
You know, speaking of personal experiences, I was talking to a listener recently named Steven, And he shared his story about how a Lestallion journal helped him to overcome some serious challenges in his life.
Oh, wow. I'd love to hear about that.
Well, Stephen was going through a really tough time. He was struggling with stress, self-doubt, and feeling stuck in a rut.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah, absolutely. And he had tried various self-help methods with limited success.
It's so common to try different things and feel like nothing's working.
Right. And then a friend suggested journaling, and while he'd struggled to stick with it in the past, he decided to give a Lestallion journal a try.
And what happened?
Well, something about the quality and design of the journal resonated with him, and he found himself drawn to the idea of pouring his thoughts and feelings onto those crisp, inviting pages.
I can see how that would be appealing. The Lestallion journal just feels so special.
Exactly. And for Stephen, it wasn't just about the feel of the journal. He also found the numbered pages and table of contents incredibly helpful for organizing his thoughts and tracking his progress.
I love how those features can be used in so many different ways.
Yeah, he used the table of contents to create dedicated sections for different areas of his life. He wanted to work on like stress management, goal setting, and building self-confidence.
That's brilliant. It's like creating your own personalized self-improvement workbook.
Exactly. And he also used the back pocket to store little reminders, inspirational quotes, and even photos that motivated him to keep going. It was like his own personal collection of tools for navigating life's challenges.
That's so inspiring. It shows how the Lestallion journal can really become a partner in your self-improvement journey.
Right. And you know what's amazing is that Stephen said that journaling in his Lestallion helped him to gain a new perspective on his challenges.
How so?
Well, he said that by writing down his thoughts and feelings, he was able to step back and observe them more objectively.
Oh, that's so powerful. It's like creating a distance between yourself and your thoughts so you can see them more clearly.
Exactly. And that distance allowed him to start challenging those negative thoughts, beliefs that were holding him back.
That's a key principle of CDT, right?
It is. And Stephen said that the Lestallion journal, with its structured layout and thoughtful features, really helped him to apply those CBT techniques in a way that felt natural and effective.
I love that it's like the journal itself becomes a guide, a support system on your self-improvement journey.
And you know what else is remarkable about Stephen's story?
What's that?
He said that the simple act of writing in his Lestallion journal every day helped him to develop a sense of self-awareness and mindfulness that he had never experienced before.
That's so powerful. The connection between journaling and mindfulness is something that I'm really fascinated by.
Me too. It's like by slowing down and paying attention to our thoughts and feelings, we start to gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the world.
Absolutely. And that self-awareness is essential for any kind of personal growth.
Right, because once we understand ourselves better, we can start to make conscious choices that align with our values and goals.
Exactly. And that's what self-improvement is all about, isn't it? Becoming the best versions of ourselves.
I think so. And I believe that a Lestallion journal can be an incredible tool to help us along that journey.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive into Lestallion journals for self-improvement.
We have.
But before we move on to some more specific tips and techniques, I think it's important to emphasize just how powerful journaling can be.
Absolutely. We've talked about the science behind it, the organizational benefits, the personal stories.
But there's also a personal element that can't be ignored. It's about creating a space for reflection, for self-discovery, for processing emotions, and ultimately for becoming the best version of yourself.
I couldn't agree more. And the Lestallion journal, with its thoughtful design and high-quality features, provides the perfect canvas for that journey of self-exploration and growth.
So if you're ready to embark on that journey with us,
I say let's dive in and explore the amazing potential of Lestallion journals for self-improvement.
sounds good to me.
So, we were talking about how those features, the numbered pages, table of contents, and that back pocket can really help make your journaling experience feel more organized and personalized.
Yeah, and I think that's super important because when you're using a journal for self-improvement, it's not just about randomly jotting things down.
Exactly. You're creating a system, a framework for growth and reflection.
And having a journal that supports that process can make a huge difference.
It really can. And you know what? One of the things that I find most helpful about Lestallion journals is how they enhance the effectiveness of prompts.
Oh, prompts. Yeah, I love a good prompt. They can really spark some deep thinking.
Absolutely. They're like those little keys that unlock hidden doors in our minds.
That's a great way to put it. So how do Lestallion journals specifically enhance the experience of working with prompts?
Think about it. You've got those numbered pages, right? So you can easily keep track of your responses to different prompts over time.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's like creating a timeline of your self-discovery.
Exactly. And then you've got the table of contents, so you can create a dedicated section just for your prompts, making them easy to find and refer back to.
Okay, I'm seeing how this all comes together. It's like building a personalized self-help guide.
Exactly. And don't forget about that back pocket.
Oh, of course, the trusty back pocket.
It's the perfect place to store those little nuggets of inspiration that resonate with you.
You know those quotes or affirmations that just speak to your soul?
Absolutely. And whenever you need a little boost, you can just reach in and pull one out.
I have a friend who does this. She calls them her soul sparks.
Soul sparks. I love that. What are those exactly?
Well, she writes down words or phrases that uplift her or remind her of her values on little pieces of paper.
Oh, wow.
And then she keeps them in her Lestallion back pocket. So whenever she's feeling lost or discouraged, she can just pull out a soul spark and get a little dose of inspiration.
That's such a beautiful practice. It really speaks to the power of personalization.
Yeah, and I think that's something that Lestallion really understands. They've created a journal that can be adapted to fit your unique needs and preferences.
Absolutely. And that's what makes it such a powerful tool for self-improvement.
Okay, so we've got prompts, we've got soul sparks. What other techniques can we use with the Lestallion journal?
Well, another powerful technique that I highly recommend is gratitude journaling.
Oh, gratitude journaling. I've heard so much about this. What's the
Yeah.
big deal?
Well, it's really quite simple, but incredibly effective. You basically just take a few minutes each day to write down things that you're grateful for.
Okay, that sounds easy enough, but how does that help with self-improvement?
Well, you see, when we focus on what we're grateful for, it shifts our perspective.
Okay.
It helps us to appreciate the good things in our lives, even when things are tough.
I can see how that would be helpful, especially when we're feeling stressed or overwhelmed.
Exactly. And the Lestallion journal, with its numbered pages, makes it so easy to track your gratitude entries over time.
Yeah, you can literally see how your perspective shifts as you fill those pages with gratitude.
And you know what's really cool?
Wow.
Research has shown that practicing gratitude regularly can actually rewire our brains.
Seriously?
Yeah, it can make us more optimistic, resilient, and happier overall.
Wow, so it's not just some fluffy feel-good practice. There's actual science behind it.
Absolutely. Gratitude is a powerful force, and the Lestallion journal is the perfect tool to harness that power.
Okay, so gratitude journaling is definitely going on my list of things to try with my Lestallion.
I highly recommend it, and you know what else you can try?
What's that?
Using your Lestallion journal to identify and challenge limiting beliefs.
Limiting beliefs. Oh, yeah, those sneaky little voices in our heads that tell us we're not good enough or that we can't do something.
Exactly. Those are the ones, and they can be so destructive.
They hold us back from pursuing our dreams and living our best lives.
Absolutely. But the good news is that we can challenge those limiting beliefs and overcome them.
Okay, so how do we do that with a Lestallion journal?
Well, the first step is to become aware of those limiting beliefs.
Right. Notice when they pop up.
Exactly. Pay attention to those thoughts that make you feel small or discouraged,
Okay.
and then write them down in your Lestallion journal.
Okay. And then what?
Once you've identified a limiting belief, the next step is to challenge it.
Challenge it how?
While looking for evidence that contradicts that belief, ask yourself, is this belief really true? What evidence do I have to support it?
Interesting. So it's like putting those limiting beliefs on trial.
Exactly. You're the judge and jury, and you're going to examine the evidence carefully.
Okay. I like this analogy. And what happens if we find that the evidence doesn't support the limiting belief?
Well, then it's time to let it go. Replace it with a more empowering belief.
Okay, so it's like we're rewriting the script of our lives.
Precisely. And the Lestallion journal provides the perfect space to do that work.
I love how we can use this journal for so many different aspects of self-improvement, like a Swiss Army knife for personal growth.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And you know what? Another powerful technique you can use with your Lestallion journal is affirmations.
Oh, affirmations. Yeah, I've dabbled with those before, but I'm not sure I'm doing them right.
Well, affirmations are basically positive statements that you repeat to yourself to reinforce a particular belief or outcome.
Like, I am strong and capable, or I am worthy of love.
Exactly. Those are great examples. And the key is to choose affirmations that resonate with you personally.
Okay, and how do we use them with the Lestallion journal?
Well, you can simply write down your affirmations in your journal and then read them aloud to yourself regularly.
Okay, and it's not just about affirmations either. I've used my Lestallion journal for goal setting, brainstorming,
Yes.
working through problems, you name it.
It's really a versatile tool, and one of the things that I love about it is how it encourages consistency.
Consistency, yeah. That's always the challenge with self-improvement, isn't it?
It is. It's so easy to start with good intentions and then fizzle out after a few weeks.
But the Lestallion journal, with its beautiful design and high-quality materials, makes you want to keep coming back.
It does. It's like it invites you to make journaling a regular part of your routine.
And that consistency is key for making real progress.
Absolutely. It's those small daily actions that add up over time and create lasting change.
So if you're serious about self-improvement, I highly recommend investing in a Lestallion journal.
It's a gift to yourself, a gift of self-care and personal growth.
And it's a gift that keeps on giving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so true. The small steps really do add up over time. And, speaking of small steps, I've been thinking about how even the act of choosing a Lestallion journal can be a powerful step towards self-improvement. Oh, I like that. How so?
Well, it's about intentionality, right? It's about making a conscious decision to invest in yourself and your well-being.
Yeah, I totally get that. It's like you're saying, this journey is important to me, and I'm going to honor it with a journal that reflects that importance.
Exactly. And, there's something about the quality and craftsmanship of a Lestallion journal that just elevates the whole experience.
It does. It's like you're treating your thoughts and dreams with respect by choosing such a beautiful and well-made journal to capture them in.
Absolutely. And I think that can have a profound impact on our mindset. When we surround ourselves with beauty and quality, it can inspire us to be more intentional and mindful in all areas of our lives.
That's a really interesting point. It's like the journal becomes a symbol of our commitment to self-growth.
Exactly. And you know what else I've been thinking about?
What's that?
How Lestallion journals can be used for so much more than just traditional self-improvement practices.
Oh, like what?
Well, for example, I have a friend who's a writer, and she uses her Lestallion journal as a creative incubator. A creative incubator. I
Yeah.
love that. Tell me more.
So she uses it to brainstorm ideas, jot down snippets of dialogue, experiment with different writing styles, just let her creativity flow freely.
That's so cool. It's like the journal becomes a playground for her imagination.
Exactly. And she says that the Lestallion journal, with its high-quality paper and elegant design, makes the whole process feel more special, more inspiring.
I can definitely see that it's like you're creating a sanctuary for your creativity.
Absolutely. And, it's not just writers who can benefit from using a Lestallion journal in this way.
Oh, right. It could be anyone who wants to tap into their creativity, whether it's painting, drawing, composing music, or even just coming up with new ideas for their business.
Exactly. The possibilities are endless.
So it's really about finding what works for you and how you can use this amazing tool to enhance your life.
Exactly. And that's what I love about Lestallion journals. They're so versatile, they can be adapted to fit any need or purpose.
Well said. And, as we wrap up this deep dive into Lestallion journals for self-improvement, I'm struck by the sense of possibility and potential that we've uncovered.
Me too. It's like we've just scratched the surface of what's possible with these incredible journals.
Absolutely. And I hope that our listeners feel inspired to explore those possibilities for themselves.
I hope so too. And you know what I think the most important takeaway from all of this is that self-improvement is a journey, not a destination.
It's about continuous growth and evolution.
Exactly. And a Lestallion journal can be a wonderful companion on that journey.
It can be a guide, a confidant, a source of inspiration, and a tool for transformation.
Beautifully said. And I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about today.
We have, and I encourage everyone to check out Lestallion journals for themselves. You might just be surprised by the impact they have on your life.
I couldn't agree more.
Thanks for joining us for another deep dive. It's been a pleasure exploring the world of Lestallion journals with you.
Likewise, and until next time, keep exploring, keep growing, and keep writing.
Well said. See you next time.